Now value is the relative lightness or darkness of tones or colors. In this video, I will specifically only be working with black and white to give a clearer depiction of what I'm trying to teach. Form, it produces that three-dimensional look for your drawing. It gives volume to the subject by adding height, width, and depth. Hello everyone. So now I'm going to show you guys how to draw using value and form within your drawings. So all you really need is a number 2 pencil, which I typically use the Ticonderoga, and the Prismacolor ebony pencil, and then these blue pencils that are just HB light shading pencils. Also, these erasers are really good for when you start out with your drawing. And all you need to do is start with the blue pencil, and you're going to draw just a simple sphere. Now typically you want to start lighter because once you start darker you can't really go back to what you were trying to do. So you just want to start super lightly at the top, and this is where my light source is going to be. And you want to start from the side and then work your way towards the center. Now I'm just doing this super quickly just to give you guys the idea of what I'm trying to get across. Next, I'm just using the number 2 pencil, shade in the middle, still following the form so that you get the shape of the sphere. And again, this is very, very rough. And then use the final pencil, which is your Prismacolor ebony pencil, which is just a softer lead and allows you to get those darker shadings in easier. And you want to start from the bottom and work your way up. Again, using form, just follow the curve of the ball. That's really all you need to do to give it that depth, and almost fall all the way up to give it a light outline. And then you can even use this to do some blending. Blue pencil can really help in that, to get into those fine areas where those strokes are so that it's not as strokey and sketchy. And the way I usually do this is just smaller strokes, light pressure, and small circles. And you can see in the places that I'm working that it's already helping with that issue. And that's roughly how you do a sphere.
These paintings are all examples of the genre of art called trompe-l'oeil. Translated from French, trompe-l'oeil literally means fools the eye. It's a style of art that makes you question if what you're seeing is real. It's this illusion of depth that artists create, which tricks our eyes. When shapes get this third dimension of depth, they become forms. Form is one of the 7 elements of art, along with line, shape, texture, value, space, and color. When given form, circles become spheres, squares become cubes, triangles become cones or pyramids. Form takes up space in either a real or implied way. In paintings and drawings, for instance, form is implied because it's an illusion of 3 dimensions. With sculpture, on the other hand, form is real because it takes up 3-dimensional space. Visual artists use light and shadow effects to create the illusion of 3-dimensional form. A strong sense of form can also be created by increasing contrast between highlights and shadow areas. Street artist Banksy uses this technique a lot. Notice how these human forms are made up of only white, black, and 1 shade of gray. Sometimes form can even be created by an artist's use of color. Artist Akash Nihalani often juxtaposes brightly colored forms against neutral backgrounds to create the illusion of depth. Notice his forms don't incorporate any shading at all. These are just a few ways artists create forms and incorporate depth into their work. What are some other ways that artists create form? Is there a particular style or technique that draws you in and catches your eye? Mastering many different approaches to making form will give you unlimited options when creating your own artwork, and will enable you to fool viewers' eyes in any way you choose.